We are going to try to fix a screen door today. Let me show you. Right here, this is the bracket that came off. The screws stripped out of there, so it's just kind of lying there. So I went to Walmart the other day, picked up some screw packets. They had them, so I didn't have to make 2 trips, which is nice. So my plan is to drill all the way through and just put like an actual like nut and bolt, and hopefully I've got enough clearance on the other side. I think I do, to be able to kind of fit them to go together. If not, I got to take the door apart and actually get something into that aluminum channel. So hopefully the easy way works. We will see. Just fits. It actually worked out really well. I just drilled all the way through instead of having the regular screw go in, and just put the bolt all the way through. So it's just a pan head bolt with a nut. See, one rubs just a little bit right there, but at least we can open and close the door now without issues. So I thought this would be a good time too to kind of share with you what tools we brought with us for full timing. It was tricky. I didn't know what I was going to need. I didn't know really what I could take, so I kind of took as much as I could, and I kind of took the important things like a big socket set, that kind of stuff. So we don't have a pass-through. We just have a regular, because we've got our water pump and everything on the other side. Still some good space. So I've got a small wood saw and hatchet in there, and then I've got all my cleaning stuff and everything else in there, and a grease gun. I also have right over here a torque wrench, because you never know when you're going to need a torque wrench. And then my main tools here, I've got 2 DeWalt bags with stuff in them. One obviously has a drill, and I've also got an impact in there and some extra batteries. I didn't bring like a Sawzall with me, and that was one thing I wanted to buy before I left, but I was like, I'll just buy it if I need it. I mean, they're like $120, $130, and that's without the battery. It's just the saw. So I kind of let that go. If I need it, I'll pick one up. If not, I'm good to go. I've got saws and stuff at home. I still did keep a lot of tools at home, just not with me. Bringing like a table saw and stuff obviously isn't going to happen unless you have a toy hauler. So in the other bag, I've got a big drill bit set that I got at Harbor Freight a long time ago. It's got just about every size you'll need. I brought a drywall saw. I don't know why. I mean, I could use it to cut paneling and stuff if I needed to, but it kind of fit and it's light, so I brought it. Stud finder. This is actually one of the best stud finders I've ever had. I got it at Costco, believe it or not. It actually, what I like about it is it's got this little bar, and it tells you more exactly where the stud is versus just the edge. And obviously, there's a stud right here. Just a bit set. All different screw bits, that kind of stuff. It's actually old and rusted and kind of gone to hell. I was going to pick up a new one before we left, but again, I'll get one if I need it. Surprisingly, I was like, I should probably bring a screening tool with me. And I've had to use it already. The large window, Blythe pushed the screen through and popped the screen all out of the frame. So I have had to use this, and I'm glad I brought it. Because putting screening, the little rubber thing and everything in the notch with screening is a pain in the butt if you don't have one of these. I did bring PVC pipe cutters, and I have had to use these too. If you've seen, I think it was like week 1, week 2 videos, I had to replace part of the drain under the tub. It was too short. So when the trap gets filled with water as it's flowing through, it wanted to sag down because it was pushed too far up. So it wasn't at a natural spot where it wanted to be, and it would come apart and water would go everywhere. So I had to actually cut a new drain piece about 2 inches longer. So I did that. So these have come in handy, and a screening tool, believe it or not. I got a big cheap toolbox at Walmart to put other hand tools in. I've got a few electrical things. Tester. I can never live without one of these. Little tick tracer. Lets you know if basically if there's power flowing through a circuit or not. You can hit it and it'll go beep, 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 beep if there's power. Helps getting a little tingle. I've got a few types of tape. I got electrical tape, obviously, and I also have some duct tape that's actually back in the storage unit too. And I've got some few miscellaneous like nuts and bolts. Obviously it wasn't anything I needed because I had to go buy them. And then just some generic tool, little level, different types of pliers, tape measure, which I actually need right now, multimeter. You always need a multimeter. Some different, more pliers, wire nuts, a couple different hammers. You always need hammers. Fishing rod. I used to work with an electrician, if you can't tell. Something that's very important, especially if you got a stuck lug nut, having a good breaker bar. That way you can really crank them and get them off if you need to. And then I got some miscellaneous caulks, glues, that kind of stuff. And then a big thing that I do have is my big monster socket set here. I've got 3 trays. Of different sized sockets. So that's really all I brought with tools. I got the very generic hand tools, that kind of stuff. It felt like a lot when I was packing it up and trying to kind of cut some out that I needed, didn't need, or thought I didn't need. So went with what we got. So far I've been good. I haven't needed to buy any tools or anything like that. So we'll see how the rest of the trip goes. You've obviously seen stuff breaks with RVs. Doesn't matter, new, used, whatever. It needs to be repaired. Taking in a dealership to try and fix a screen door is kind of, I mean, some people have to do it. You don't have tools, whatever, but you could lose it for a whole day for them to try and fix that screen door. So just did it myself. Drilled a couple holes, a couple bolts, we're good to go. All right, guys, we will see you next time. If you have questions on maybe some other tools that you should bring, or comments, if there are tools that I should have brought and didn't bring, let me know. And we'll definitely plan that for our next trip out. And also just maybe be prepared to have to buy some. So, all right, guys, comments, like, subscribe, all the YouTube-y stuff, and we will see you next time.